Blog Talk Radio.
Okay. DJ Ted. She said, okay, so what she wearing? Chanel and Dolce. How she want it? Beat up like OJ. Skirt on the skirt. How much time do you got for a rich one? I need action or relaxing. And the knows nasty. So chicken up out the legs on this like a fraction. Right left. Hit her with that right left.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you for tuning into the E-Spot. I am your host, CC. I hope, like always, you all have had or is having a great Moneymaker Monday. All right, so guys, we are now 4 days away from the Eon Health and Wellness Expo. This is a very, very exciting time for myself and my team, as this is our first of many health and wellness expos. So if you are in the Chicago area, please stop by. This is a free event that's going down this weekend, Saturday on the 28th and on the 29th. Now, the 28th is the expo, and that is totally free. And the 29th is our gala. And our gala is basically to help raise funds, which is underneath our foundation. And it's to help raise funds for our initiative programs, which is under our foundation. Sorry, I have somebody calling me. Didn't know that I was on the air. So anyway, the gala is to support and raise money for our initiative programs, which is under our foundation. And the initiative programs is there to really cater to the vets, senior citizens. We have a literacy program and mental health counseling and much more. So try to come out and be a part of something great. If you can't make it, you can still donate for the cause by going to theeonexperience.com. If you do come by, stop by my booth, Eon H2O Water, and introduce yourself, all right? So if you guys seen my social media posts, I did have a guest that was going to be on today, but unfortunately she did contact me last minute, and she had an emergency with her kids. Now, you know, our babies come first, so I do hope all is well with her. I'm not going to really talk about what Miss Jessica does. I'm just going to wait until we bring her back, and she can tell you all herself. There's nothing like, no, I definitely feel like nobody can really tell your story but you. So we're going to wait on her with that. And all right, so we're just going to keep it moving. You got to stay ready so you don't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? All right, so today's topic is being an entrepreneur in today's world. But before we get into this topic, we are going to go ahead and kick into some music to help get these vibes going. So go ahead and grab your water, your coffee, or your tea, and go ahead and just kick back and vibe to these new tracks that I got from some new hot indie artists. So I hope you like it. Check it out.
Okay, yep, damn, feeling certified. Yeah. Damn, feeling certified. Hey, I'm saying feeling certified. Hey, I know about them drugs. I teach you how to kick it with the stores. Man, I'm saying feeling certified. Hey, I know about the streets. I teach you little how to eat. Man, I'm saying feeling certified. You better play with your kids. Come to work when you chopping the beat. Man, I'm saying feeling certified. Hey, the truth will set you free. I'm everything these wanna be. Man, I'm saying feeling certified. See down the ride. Man, I got more business by these sales than the classified. Talking, I ain't on my I be like Kevin Gate the hustler in it. I don't get tired. Hit me on your block. It's a grown man walking. I'm like, shit, your mouth. It's a grown man talking. You know Triller go for real. And the verses stay bumping. So you open up your ear. Then you might learn something. I got partners doing years. So home day coming. So they listen out to me. Cause at home I'm something. I'm a product to my hood. Keep gang working diesel. I'm fueling up the block. I got hope for my people. Y'all sleeping on some material like I ever came from. See the hood, talk to the hood, and I came with Mac Boney. Man, I swear I'm eating steak, but I remember that baloney. I've been stamped till the certified. With me, homie, till the certified. Hey, I know about them drugs. I teach you how to kick it with the stores. Man, I'm stamped till the certified. Hey, I know about the streets. I teach you little how to eat. Man, I'm stamped till the certified. You better play with your kids. Come correct when you chopping the bed. Man, I'm stamped till the certified. Hey, the truth will set you free. I'm everything you wanna be. Man, I'm stamped till the certified.
Like a letter. Born and hustling, little fella. Got the fur hood on the leather. Smash the gas on the pedal. Neck shining like a treasure. Yo, sweating my bezel. Got a smart mouth, but I'm clever. This bread make you do whatever. I'm hood, train to go. Caught the fire, let it go. No suckers here, you got to know. The zone 1 back to zone 4. Look, a sucker will hate on you. We ain't got time, we watching what they gon' do. Pick out the sauce that I spray on you. For lay on you for paper, they put an AK on you.
Till they certified. Hey, I know about them drugs. I teach you how to kick it with the stores. Man, I'm stamped till they certified. Hey, I know about them streets. I teach you little how to eat. Man, I'm stamped till they certified. You better play with your kids. Come correct when you chopping the beat. Man, I'm stamped till they certified. Hey, the truth will set you free. I'm everything you wanna be. Man, I'm stamped till they certified. Hey, I'm stamped till they certified. Man, I'm stamped till they certified. Man, I'm stamped till they certified.
She grinding just like me, she hustle just like me, she get it out the streets, and she got that good, good love, yeah, yeah. She got that good, good love, yeah, yeah. She grinding just like me, she hustle just like me, she get it out the streets, and she got that good, good love, yeah, yeah. She got that good, good love, yeah, yeah. She got that good love, she get it out them streets, hustler. She grinding just like me, we rollin' and vibing. She loves it, I like it. I get so excited when I'm next to her and do. I try so hard to keep my cool, so enchanting when she makes them move. Nothing short of looks a compliment to me for sure. She said let's get the stove, stack it up and hit the road. She said she with it, if I'm with it, let's get it. Let's take this trip together, even through the stormy weather. We make each other better. She grinding just like me, she hustle just like me, she get it out the streets, and she got that good, good love, yeah, yeah. She got that good, good love, yeah, yeah. She grinding just like me, she hustle just like me, she get it out the streets, and she got that good, good love, yeah, yeah. She got that good, good love, yeah.
Bet that rhythm get funky when you're smoking on that loud. If I had that pack, tell me, could you bust it down? Let me see you bust it. Bust it down. Ooh, look at you. Making moves just like a real hustler do. She's so ambitious, baby, always on the grind. She shake them haters off, efficient with her timing. Effective when she collects it, so calm and collected. While focused on the objective. Ooh, and she so sexy. Complimentary, she complimenting my every move. No need to tell her or sell her, she know when she's the truth. I'm amazed by her drive, she keeps me motivated. Look like she hit that mambo, the way she shake them haters.
She grinding just like me, she hustle just like me, she get it out the streets, and she got that good, good love, yeah, yeah. She got that good, good love, yeah, yeah.
kitty, this that way.
If I had that pack, tell me could you bust it down? If I had that pack, tell me could you bust it down? Let me see you bust it, bust it. Ooh, ooh, let me see you bust it, bust it. Ooh, ooh. If I had that pack, tell me could you bust it down? If I had that pack, tell me could you bust it down? Let me see you bust it, bust it. Ooh, ooh, let me see you bust it, bust it. Ooh, ooh.
All right. Big ups to Smurf Trills and the twins Carbon Copy. All right. So moving on to today's topic, being an entrepreneur today, in today's time. All right. My brother keeps calling me. So just a little bit of background on me. I am actually trying to get used to being uncomfortable so I can open up more. Today's time is all about really social media, and it's just a matter of how you go about it. For me, and dealing with my radio show, the E-Spot, and just the whole network as a whole, WEXP, a lot of people are doing a lot of live streaming. None of the shows underneath WEXP have started live streaming, as we're all continuing to get our audience up, make sure that we know exactly what our shows want to be about, just going through a long period of this whole testing stage. And then also just getting to that point of wanting to be uncomfortable, so we can excel more. So we're all working on that, and I'm working on that a lot with myself. I'm working on being able to open up more, because nowadays people like to follow your journey, and people can't really follow your journey if you're not posting pictures, posting videos. I'm not trying to put my whole life out there like a lot of other people do. That's personal stuff. But on a business tip, definitely not. And that's kind of one of the things that I kind of wanted to talk to about today. And if you guys have been following me, you know that I haven't been doing my show for the past couple of weeks. And I really had to just sit back and be MIA, for a moment. I have one main company, but I have a lot of different entities underneath it. And I've always been that person that wanted to be successful, but in the right way. You know what I'm saying? Nothing illegal, nothing to where you're scamming people or anything like that. Everything that I do, I'm doing it. My mind state is, what can I do to help somebody else? And in that service becomes a business. My main business is my beverage company, and then I also have my foundation that's being filed right now. Underneath my beverage company is my main brand, my first brand, which is my water, which is the Eon H2O water, and that goes with the Eon Health and Wellness Expo. And basically, I started one path, and it developed into many paths, thus being WEXP Podcast Radio, the E-Spot, and all the other shows. So being an entrepreneur today is definitely, for me, has been a emotional roller coaster, to say the least. When I took my MIA, from doing my show, it was because I had to deal with myself. Sometimes we overwork ourselves. We get stressed out because we're wearing so many hats. And I know a lot of men go through this, but I kind of feel like women can probably hear me out more on this, because we've always played a lot of hats, from having kids, being a wife, and taking care of home, and all the other little stuff, that involves a relationship and keeping that going, dealing with your husband, your boyfriend, yada, yada, and so on and so on. So we always have a lot of stuff that we have to juggle around. And when you're an entrepreneur, you're working even harder for yourself. You're not just working at 8 to 5 like at a regular job. You're working way more hours than that. And when you have multiple businesses, it just takes a little bit more out you, because then once you start working with other people and you start bringing other people in, you're getting pulled in so many different directions. So you're always having to take this hat off and put the other one on. And in that time, we forget about self and us taking care of self. I have one of my friends just met this year, and it's amazing when you meet certain people. It's like you guys been knowing each other for forever, and this is how I feel about this individual, to where he always tells me, like, oh, you need to take a break, you need to take a break. And I'm like, I can't take a break. Who's going to do this if I don't do it? But I have to, we got to check ourselves, every now and then, and we have to take time out for self, because if I'm not right, then my company is not going to be successful. If I'm not mentally stable, then I can't be successful, in the businesses that I'm trying to establish, the legacy that I'm trying to build, So we have to take time out. And stress is really a number one killer. Stress, when you have so much stress build up, it causes so many different things in your body, some stuff that we cannot feel, and sometimes we do feel, but internally it's going to trigger our nervous system and our immune system, and that's where a lot of different viruses and diseases stem from, is our immune system and our nervous system. And stress, when you have so much stress build up, it's not allowing your cells to function properly, from oxygen not getting into it. If you're not taking care of self, maybe you're not drinking enough water, maybe you're not eating the right thing. So when I talk about taking care of self, I'm not talking about in one specific area. I'm talking about your body as a whole, your mental state, your spiritual state, and your physical state, your mental state, and your health, where your health is at. I wasn't MIA because of health reasons or anything like that. I just had a lot going on, just dealing with life itself. So I had to take a step back. Now, that didn't mean that I had to stop doing my businesses. It was just certain things like my radio show that I had to kind of put on the back burner for a minute until I knew that my head was right to come back and continue on. And even within that time, I wanted to kind of restructure my show and how I was doing it. So you will be seeing a lot of new things that will be coming out of this show, different type of people that I will be interviewing. Before, I just dealt with all indie artists, but being that I'm an entrepreneur, I want to talk about being one in today's time and bring on other people who are entrepreneurs. Indie artists are definitely entrepreneurs, and I think this topic is so hot, and I think more people need to be talking about it, as a whole, because when you're an artist, you are your brand, you are your own entity, you are your own business, so you are an entrepreneur. So entrepreneurship comes in all different industries, so it's just not pushing paper, that makes you an entrepreneur, especially nowadays. I've seen people become an entrepreneur by crazy stuff. I mean, just taking, for example, you can be a speaker now, and as you build up your audience and everything in your relationships get stronger with the people that you're networking with, you're able to get paid for being a speaker. People are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for just being a motivational speaker, being a coach, being a mentor. I definitely don't believe in charging people hundreds of dollars to be a mentor, but people are doing that. they say the game is to be sold, not told, in the words of E40, if you guys know who he is. But in certain aspects, I definitely believe in building a hub, building your own network, and sharing your resources, with like-minded individuals. So being an entrepreneur today consists of a lot of networking. It consists of you establishing relationships with the right people. You're going to run into people as you're building your business, and this is really for people who are just starting out and either wanting to start your own business or are at the very beginning of starting your own business. And somebody who has been an entrepreneur, I have literally been an entrepreneur for the past 4 years now. But you're going to run into a lot of different people. And I'm a very spiritual person, so I definitely feel, and sometimes when we're in the mode, we can't really grasp this at the moment, but people are going to come in and out of your life for different reasons at different seasons. Nothing that happens is a coincidence or anything like that, because everything is already written for you. So I went through a lot of different people in my business that I allowed to be in my business. Some was good, some was bad. And it was a lot of life lessons that was learned throughout this whole journey. I don't regret necessarily anything that happened, because it made me the person who I am today. It made me stronger. It made me an advocate to actually talk about these different areas that a lot of people who have already gone through it or are currently going through it can actually relate to. So you're going to get a lot of people who are snakes. You're going to get a lot of people who are not supportive of you. You're going to get people who jump on the bandwagon when they see you get a lot of likes because something is going on. But you always want to keep in mind of those people who are there when at the beginning and who are consistent with supporting you. I think support nowadays even goes as far as a like. I have a lot of people, I have on Facebook. I'm not really huge on Facebook, but I have been a part of Facebook for a lot of years, and I have 700 plus friends on there. And when I post things, I don't hardly get any likes when it's considering my business or anything like that, and that's okay. I did go through a spell where it made me feel a certain type of way because my own social network, our social friends wasn't even supporting me when I know the person I am, and I try to at least like a post. Like a post is not purchasing anything, but it is a form of support. So you're gonna be in that zone to where you feel like you should be getting more support than what you're actually getting. And when you get to that point, don't worry about any of that, because at the end of the day, a lot of your customers and loyal customers are going to be people who you don't even know. Straight honest. And if your friends are not supportive of you, that means that there's something else that's in the works for you. You know what I'm saying? God, I definitely feel like God has a way of blocking certain roads and paths that he sees us going down because he wants us to go down this other direction. And dealing with friends and support and stuff like that, maybe it's not meant for you to deal with those people as far as on a business level. You can't talk to them on a business level or anything like that. So God is going to bring the right set of people, the right set of networking circle into your life. So don't worry about that, and do not be hard on anybody. Because I know a lot of us do. We're like, oh, you didn't support me, yada, yada, yada. I'm not dealing with you no more, whatever, moving on. But don't be like that. Just take it with a grain of salt and just keep pushing. Because nobody, you have to give it time also. And nobody is going to see your vision until you actually see your vision clearly. So you can actually create the necessary paths and strategies to get to where you're trying to get to. A lot of times when we're starting a business, especially for people who didn't have money saved when you're starting your business. I didn't have money saved when I started my business. it was it was different the way I did it. But I was very persistent. I knew that I wanted to be a boss. I knew that. And I was just trying to find out different ways on getting to that level because I didn't want my livelihood in the hands of somebody else to where they can just fire me the next day like I have been fired without any notice or anything like that. And I hated being in that position. So I just knew that I wanted to be a boss. And so I started my business. I did what I had to do. I sacrificed a lot from lights going out, from trying to figure out what I'm going to eat this night, buying top ramen noodles, all type of stuff. I sacrificed a whole lot. I sacrificed my time and going out because I'm at home focusing on the next plan or how to get this money to pay for this and that, and just dealing with family issues and all of that. I have a son, 22 years old, who was diagnosed with epilepsy. So it was a phase that I was going through that. But at the end of the day, I knew that I was strong enough to take on this task that I felt inside of me. And I'm just saying to say this, even if you don't have money saved for a business, don't let that stop you from starting your business. Now, and this kind of goes into my own personal business tips for beginners. First thing is write down your business idea if you have not started a business. If you're like me and you just know that you want to have a business and you want to be a boss, start by writing down business ideas. I went into the frame of mind of thinking, what is something that I can build where computers can't take over and people are going to always need it? Bam, water. From there, it opened a door for me that I didn't even expect to be open to. Part of my family deals with the holistic medicine. My uncle and aunt being Dr. Sabian and my aunt Bowman. And I worked with their company for years. I just actually quit from being their general manager for the Florida office so I can focus more on myself because, again, I didn't want to get wrapped up in helping somebody else build their company, and I end up putting more time in their business than I did in my own business. So you definitely want to watch out for that. But by me having that background already, going into water, dealing with my son and health and stuff like that, it actually opened the door to just a healthy living. And then I started doing my research. I started learning more and stuff like that. So that's where my beverage company, it ended up opening up more doors to mental health awareness, to different. I think about the struggles that I went through in life and how I can probably help somebody else with those struggles, like paying for medical expenses, whether it's prescription or medical equipment and stuff like that. I am trying to build something with my foundation to where it has basically a scholarship, creating a scholarship fund to where we're able to help people with their medical expenses. Especially if you don't have a job. When I was paying for some of my son's medical, I was paying $250 a month. And because I didn't have medical at that time. At that time, I just started my job. So I didn't have no medical or anything like that. Luckily, I had a job to pay for that. But that out of the pocket killed me. It was not budgeted, definitely not. So definitely write down your business ideas. Do your research on not just one. Take your top 3 business ideas and start doing your research on it. Do you need some type of money to start up your business? The main thing that you're going to need money for when you're starting up your business, once you realize what your business name is, you went through the whole process of even writing out a business plan, I say definitely write out your business plan before you go to the next step and get a business license. Because that's going to let you know how serious you are about your goals and you being successful. You have to have a business plan. My business plan has been rewritten multiple times, because I'm constantly restructuring, the company. I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm implementing what I'm learning into my business and the different strategy tactics and just everything. So your business plan is something that you want to have because it is your Bible for your business. So you definitely want to have that in place and then get your business license. Depending on where the state is, I have not seen this. Well, maybe I think there is one state. I can't remember what it was, but it was like $500 for a business license. But other than that, you're going to be thinking about caps. Let's just say 300, put 300 aside. Save your money every week to put that 300 aside to get your business license. Now, if you have a company to where you need inventory and it's not set up and it's not able to be set up on one of those drop shipments type, if your business is not really set up to be a drop shipment type product or anything like that, and you have to physically purchase inventory, then of course, yes, you're going to need money startup, unless you have some people who's willing to invest into your company. But honestly, depending on the type of business that you want to start, I won't say start looking for investors. I would say try to find the money yourself, and also take advantage of all the free resources and tools that are out there. There are so many free resources out there, it's ridiculous. So that can definitely help. I definitely utilize a lot of the free stuff. And, of course, as you go along and you get some more money from your job or whatever, because you want to use your day job if you're working, of course, to pay for, what you're trying to build. So put that money aside and take care of what you need to take care of. Get your inventory stock up. Even when looking at inventory, you definitely want to look into wholesalers. If you need to get a license in that, you need to do that because it can really cut your inventory costs down by like 70%, I've seen on certain items, again, depending on the type of product you're trying to sell. If you're dealing with a service, then there's really no big overhead. Again, you want to deal with your business license, go through all the filing, your fictitious business name, yada, 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 your tax ID, and all of that paperwork. Get your paperwork completely out the way. Definitely. So those are my own personal business tips just to start thinking about, talk it out with somebody. I did have like my mom here, but at the end of the day, it's really about what you want to do. Sometimes what we want to do and what our business end up being doesn't necessarily be that passion, like a lot of people who do music, that's their passion. That's why they got into it. My passion was not drinking water. I just seen it as it being lucrative and long-lasting, some stability there. And that's a whole nother animal in itself, the whole water game. Like, trust me. Will Smith and his son, as a lot of you guys know, have their own water company. Jaden is doing a lot of stuff, especially with the food trucks for the homeless that he's put out there out in L.A. on Skid Row, and actually have some other people thinking about doing the same. But with their water company, they put out an article saying that it took them 8 years to build their water company up. And when I first heard this, I'm like, they got money, though. Why would it take them so long? And I was like, oh, they're lying. But you just never know. Like, for me, even with my water company, 4 years into the game, even though I attached so many different other entities underneath it with my radio, with the Eon Experience, with the Expo. I have my consulting, my virtual consulting store. I have a little pop-up shop online now. All of that stems from it. So it's all about structure. I can never say that it shouldn't have took these people who got money 8 years to bring out a water. I'm kind of feeling still some type of way about it, but you just never know what people are going through, whether they have money or not, because life, it can sometimes put some speed bumps, in your path that makes you move a little bit slower. But, God only knows the reason why. Everything, like I said, happens for a reason. So if it takes you longer than you see somebody else moving their business, don't worry about how fast or how slow it's going, as long as you're moving and you're not giving up on yourself. Become your own boss. All right? So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into some more music so we can go ahead and get that vibe going. I'm going to go ahead and drink on some of my water because I definitely feel it because I've been talking so much up in here. So we're going to go ahead and get into some music, and we'll be right back. Check it.
Yeah. Can we get back? 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 Can we get back to how it used to be? Yeah. We done made a mess of things. Yeah. Yeah. You don't deserve to be mad like that. Don't act like that. I'll be better next time you let me. The thought of losing you was way too upsetting. Way too upsetting. Yeah. When I'm alone, feel like a ghost. Passing all of my time away. Yeah. I can treat you any kind of way. IDK, why it's so hard for me to say? Yeah. I'd appreciate if you said you wanna stay. Cause I don't feel you experience no real love. Yeah, not the type of just tell you things that it sound good. Yeah, way different type of energy when we touch. Hey, you don't need that much. Tell me, can we get back? 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 Can we get back to how it used to be? Yeah. We done made a mess of things. We done made a mess of things, yeah. Tell me, can we get back? 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 Can we get back to how it used to be? Ay, baby, you're a luxury. Ay, yeah. How about I surprise you more? Open your door, talk way less, be sure that you heard. Hide my pride to make you smile. Take you out more than once in a while. Run your back, good loving, I just top that ass. That's cool if you want that. Put my phone down cause you hate that. Basic babe, no you ain't that. Yeah, had some stormy days, sorry if we took a rain check. Hey, it's not more important, it's how your day went. Hey, let's get a little bit closer, I'm digging your fragrance. Yeah, bad shots, bad boy, I know that's your favorite, get right. Good dream, pull up, turn the clocks off, take time, fuck all that other shit, you mine. Yeah, couldn't stand to see you with another guy. Hey, hey, yeah. So tell me, can we get back? 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 Can we get back to how it used to be? Ay, we done made a mess of things, made a mess of things, yeah. Tell me, can we get back? 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 Can we get back to how it used to be? Yeah, yeah. We done made a mess of things, baby, you're a luxury, yeah, yeah. Tell me, can we get back? Can we get back? Can we get back? Can we get back? Can we get back to how it used to be? Yeah, 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 yeah. Can we get back? Can we get back? Can we get back? Yeah. To how it used to be, baby, you're a luxury, yeah, 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 yeah.
Y'all already know what it is. 707. John.
I've been waiting for a chance to catch these suckers out of line. Trying to perpetrate the real, you gon' get put in the ground. Ain't no playing around here, murder's all she wrote. I used to post up on the block selling crack and coke. I got a 9 at a squeeze, how you begging to breathe? Oh, you better think twice when you're talking to me. Approach a player with these, I put you right in your back. I read the 707 Northern Cali, it's on the map. I ain't never had to lie about the truth about my life. You suckers looking pie, better come out that disguise, we alright. Better believe that we a slide. I can tell that you're real when I look you in the eye. Down for the squad, down for the set. Got a black Chevrolet in the paint still wet. Got a black Glock 9 case a hater wanna check. If a sucker wanna talk, then we gon' put him on his back. Down for the squad, down for the set. Got a black Chevrolet in the paint still wet. Got a black Glock 9 case a hater wanna check. If a sucker wanna talk, then we gon' put him on his back. They ain't ready for that action. I pull up and get the blast. Now bullets will come attack them and split them up into fractions like. And they ain't ready for that. Got a chopper with the 30, we ain't coming to chat. Got money on my mind, hope he cutting the check. See a sucker at a line, keep my foot on his neck. Better come with respect, or you can get laid down. I used to post up in the A's, pop trunks all around. Haters looking mad and wanna take my crown. But if you come at me foul, then I be rushing the mile. Hopping down for my team like a pair of dirty clicks. And we can pull up in the street and watch your team get sweet. Down for the squad, down for the set. Got a black Chevrolet in the paint still wet. Got a black Glock 9 case a hater wanna check. If a sucker wanna talk, then we gon' put him on his back. Down for the squad, down for the set. Got a black Chevrolet in the paint still wet. Got a black Glock 9 case a hater wanna check. If a sucker wanna talk, then we gon' put him on his back. Down for the squad, down for the set. Down for the squad, down for the set.
All right. That was 707 John, and also my piece, Mr. Charlie Parker. I'll go ahead and make sure that I go ahead and tag the artists of all the songs that I have played this evening. So you guys can go ahead and follow them, and then they will also be on our playlist on Spotify, which I will also go ahead and post that information as well. So make sure you follow our artists. They are doing their darn thing, and I'm very, very honored to have their music being played on my show under WEXP 88.3 Podcast Radio. All right? So getting back to being an entrepreneur, and today I can only talk about my own personal experience and some of the way that I'm thinking in the whole process. And, of course, this is, things are meant to be changed as we evolve. So my recent entity that I added underneath my business was my virtual assistants. I was already doing a lot of virtual work for different people and companies, as well as my family's company, as I was the general manager, and I'm located in Las Vegas, and they was in Florida. And I actually was over three other individuals. Actually, 4. So with my virtual assistants, I was able to take a lot of the skills that I learned in corporate America and apply it to that, and that is what first created that business. All the skills that I have from working on Microsoft, applications, of course, Excel, Word, Outlook, Access, all of those, from being able to set up cloud-based offices, for companies that are basically online companies that don't have no physical location, and some who do have a physical location and just looking for and to where they have basically remote workers, virtual remote workers. Sorry. So from all of that and from everything else, from my accounting background and dealing with contracts, dealing with different type of softwares and stuff like that, I created a business out of that. I took all those skills and now I'm offering it to anybody and everybody who wants it or need it. You have to pay, of course, but that's my business. One of the other things that I wanted to do was, I like fashion. I'm not really a fashionista person, but I do love fashion. I like to look good. And being a virtual assistant, bookkeeper, whatever, being a remote worker, it doesn't mean that you don't have to get dressed up anymore or anything like that, because sometimes you do have to take video calls, conference calls with clients. Sometimes you got to meet with people because you are networking. So I wanted to also incorporate, which is called CC Shop, which is on my website, the ccconsultant.com. You can go ahead and check it out. But I opened up my CC Shop because I wanted to be able to start selling clothes that I like. I don't agree with a lot of the ways that women dress nowadays, especially young women. So I wanted to offer the type of styles and clothes that I like, whether it's for you just to go out and have a good time, whether it's the summertime or you're going to work or anything like that. I wanted to be able to offer those type of clothes, so to kind of show people and show younger people, young generation, or people who just don't have any type of fashion sense at all, how to dress appropriately, for certain events, for going to work and all of that. I'm still in the building aspect of it because I am doing it all on drop shipment. Hint, drop shipment. Drop shipment for me is definitely going to be my go-to starting off with my CC Shop. I do have bigger plans for it, but starting off on my consulting page as a additional resource for people is where I'm starting at. So drop shipment allows me not to have an overhead with this. It's setting up with a wholesaler company, getting the stuff at practically nothing and marking up my prices and then reselling it. So that's what I'm doing. And I have it all in my hub. I call the CC Consulting it's like my hub of everything that I'm into or passionate about. I can put all of that in there. I can wrap it all into one. And I'm actually seeing I actually ran across one individual who actually did that, because everything that I do, I'm thinking I'm the first person who's done it, just like a lot of us, right? But I actually crossed this one website with this young lady, and I'm actually going to have her onto the show to kind of talk about what she did and how she's marketing herself. But what she did is what I'm starting to do now, is create my hub of what this is based on me personally, what I can actually provide from you, from my experience, from my skills, what I actually like. I like clothes, I like shoes, I like glasses. I can put all of that in there. I do have a ebook that's going to be coming out also. Of course, that's going to be on that website as well. The ebook is basically for virtual or remote people, for beginners, their whole guidelines to it and getting set up and all of that. So that's going to be coming out soon this year. So I get to actually include other people's resources, for my network and all of that. So I'm very excited about this. It's going through a lot of transformation right now, so bear with me. But everything on there works right now. You can go in there. You can buy services, buy my services. You can buy clothes. All of that's there is there. But you will be seeing some upgrades to it as I go along. And one of the things that being a successful entrepreneur nowadays is being able to wear many hats. I don't see most people just having one job anymore. Entrepreneurs, I'm talking about. Entrepreneurs just don't have one gig. They have multiple gigs nowadays to different things that's going to bring them in revenue, that's going to help them take them steps where they're trying to get to. So, and that's what I'm doing. And so sometimes it takes time to put all the pieces together, so to speak. So your audience, your target audience, your customers, your consumers can actually get what you're doing. You know, some people don't get it at the beginning. And most people who are leaders, you're going to basically start something that's not out there, that you're going to have to sell to people, whether it's visually or verbally. You're going to have to sell what you're trying to accomplish to people. And that's the path that I'm on right now. So being an entrepreneur today, I think is very exciting. It's really a challenge. You come to being more self-disciplined with yourself if you wasn't already. It's very self-gratifying. It's so many things rolled up to one. The main thing is that it's all worth it. It feels good to build your own legacy, to build your own world, to be your own boss. So I definitely am in anybody who wants to get into it. If you are somebody who are looking to start a business and you need some guidance, mental health, mental counseling with the whole process or anything like that, definitely contact me. I do mentor sessions. I do have free sessions, and then I also have other sessions that are like $15 because I don't believe in charging a lot of people, but that is a service. Again, that is a service, and my time is money, as in all of ours. So, yes, I do have free consultations, and I also have $15 consultations. And once you pay the $15, you can write it off to your business as under investment or training material or whatever, coaching. So being an entrepreneur, don't be scared of it today. Even if you're starting on it alone, don't be scared. There's so many different groups that you can be a part of, networking groups. Some cost, some doesn't cost. Some have great prices just on a yearly basis. But there's a lot of Facebook groups, too, that you can definitely get involved in that would actually help build your clientele as well. So don't be scared of those. And don't be scared to engage with people on social media, too. Have a sense of humor. You don't always have to be so business all the time, because keep in mind, the people you're doing business with are just individuals just like you. And most of them, I'm going to say 80%. I was going to say 90%, but I'm going to say about 80% of them are outside of business. They let their hair down, they get wild, yada, yada, yada. They have a good time. So it's not always business. I always think it's good, you know, whether it's at the beginning of a meeting, at the end, if you're going through an interview, it's always nice to get somebody to laugh at least once, or at least see a smile or something like that, you know, because it lets you know that the person is opening up. They're getting a little bit comfortable with you, and as you are with them. So it's so many things to really talk about with being an entrepreneur today. And we're going to break it down, and we're going to look through the eyes of other entrepreneurs and really see some of the struggles and challenges that we all have faced, because there's certain things that I have faced that somebody else might come up into the show, and I'd be like, wow, you know, I didn't think about it that way. You know, you're right. And it's all about just motivating each other. Because, like I said, you're building your own network. I remove so many people from my site on social media, from my life and all of that, and start creating my own, what you want to call it, circle of trust, you know, my own network, to people I know that I can talk to and talk about business, and they're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So those are the people that you want to start, you know, reaching out to and start establishing relationships with. And definitely keep in mind that, you know, your word is your bond. We messed up and all of that, but communication is very vital, you know, when you're an entrepreneur and communicating with your clients or with your partners or anything like that. All of that is very, very vital. So don't take advantage of that. Don't take advantage of other people. Don't take advantage of other people's time. Make sure you do your due diligence when you're out there looking for clients. There are so many scammers. Do not give your credit card information out. If somebody is asking for money for anything, any type of service or anything like that, get on the phone with them, do your research on them, and find out if this is the direction that you want to go, especially when you're starting a business relationship with somebody. I did that, and it bit me in my butt later on. But, again, it's something that I needed to go through to learn from, so I don't regret it. It did kind of scar me in dealing with people, especially in certain areas. That I know that I wouldn't, at this point in my life, I wouldn't do that again. And sometimes other relationships mess up future relationships, and that's one of the things that we have to learn, because there's a fine line, in between that. There's certain people that you might need their business, but you really don't want to deal with them, you don't agree with certain things with them and stuff like that. So there's case-by-case basis to where you really want to think things out and don't make any sudden decisions, sleep over big decisions that's going to really have an impact in your business and in your life. Sometimes when things sound too good to be true, like they say, most of the time it is. So get with the right people. Being an entrepreneur today, again, is freaking amazing. So definitely don't be scared in doing it. Make sure you go to my website, theccconsultant.com, and check out my services. Go on there and get your little shop on and all of that, and contact me. If you want to do something together, collab or anything like that, my door is always open to hear different things, and maybe collab on an event or anything like that. And also go ahead and check out the Eon Experience for the Eon Health and Wellness Expo. Like I said, if you are in the Chicago area, make sure you come down and check it out. The expo is totally free. The gala is $75, so you can definitely come and mingle with us, have some food. We are going to have a silent auction at the gala that's going to be going on. We have some public speakers there, so we're going to really have a good time. So I really do hope that you guys come out, support, be about it. Let's meet each other. Let's conversate. Let's exchange business cards. Whatever it takes. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the E-Spot with your girl Cece. I will be back next week. I don't plan on taking any long breaks from my show. You never know what the future holds, though, but I don't see that in my near future because I am booked up. So go ahead and get out your girl and have a beautiful and blessed week. Go ahead and get that money. I will see you guys next week. All right, peace.
TV. You all on my mind. That ass, that face, girl, you're so fine. The thought, what I gotta do to make you mine. You go, girl, go, you right on time. Word. Her mind right, her head right, she got it all. With no makeup, she still kill 'em all. She gon' tat it up still, for my love and all. And she count bills like what? Indie like no frills. Best thing on high heels, stripped down, coat my eyes still. She fall sight with my eyesight, I couldn't let her pass with my eyesight. You moonlight, God bless you girl, good zoom tight. I do right, I do too right, cause you too right. High speed red light, green light, go. You all on my mind. That ass, that face, girl, you're so fine. The thought, what I gotta do to make you mine. You go, girl, go, you right on time.
Think you funny?
She got some little Kim in her, mixed with Nikki. I don't know how I'm gon' deal with her. She keep me laughing like Regina Hall. Like K. Michelle, your girl got ass, mine got more. Word. And she keep it classy like Ezo. Good money like G Street throw. Beyonce Carter, my Nino. I need a Palmer named Kiki. Role playing to chillin'. Knee along on my Fridays. I love it if you still with me. Word up, word up. You all on my mind. That ass, that face, girl, you're so fine. The thought, what I gotta do to make you mine. Great legs, body work. You surfing shit, bath and body work. Since you the shit, say that shit. Since you the shit, now say that shit, now go.
I'm the shit.
Now go.
I'm the shit.
Now go.
I'm the shit.
Go, 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 go. Now go.
I'm the shit.
Now go.
I'm the shit.
Now go.
I'm the shit.
Go, 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 go. Now go.
But you know I'm the shit. Stop fucking with them other bitches. I'm one for you. Miss Quite a last word. What's the word? Stop playing before I fuck you up.